to go. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be taken short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The mic, boys, 56. Check 56.
They come up on first and 10.
25, check 25, check 25.
Sponge.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Jahan,
56.
Hey, can't. You better be afraid of me. Wait, that.
56 the mic.
Don't say nothing.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Check.
180.
Check 53's Mike.
Good routes here.
Let's get the ball. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Cousins now throw on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Check Mike 54.
Bravo.
54.
Check. Pick the edge. Come. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Two.
54. Watch 54.
I got one. Gun.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Now
54
will
Mike.
come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
The penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on second and 5.
53. Mike.
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Through.
His team showed up.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
They should have known, baby.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive.
Let's go, baby.
First interception.
Get that ball.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Oh, no
The
chance.
tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on.
Throwing on second and 8. Mahomes. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Switch.
No run ball here. They'll look to throw instead. Then he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type players, they've got short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Meanwhile, here's a shot for the end zone right away, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
What's that?
Here's Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys were able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the shot in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
He's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Damian Wilson in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53's Mike. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
Wide.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
Throw it. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, start to pressure receivers. Now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's what I'm
didn't
talking
appear to be a
about.
run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike.
180.
Mike.
Hey, no, easy.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
What's that?
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in that zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
53 is the
Hey, wahoo!
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
Watch the slants.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. Is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey? Not the one that you're throwing it to.
Stay with your man. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards.
That's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, Echo.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Black.
56 to Mike. Check 56.
Cousins on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Hey, we're good.
Check. 53's Mike.
Hey, orbit.
53's Mike.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
What's that? Just to get the play off. Now Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right now and then.
On first down, it's Williams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Yellow. Mike, 55. Mike, 55.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete.
Get ready.
A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
180. Check 53. Oh, get him. Get him. Get him.
Hey, yellow.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
No chance.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Nickel. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And that's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Mike,
incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yellow. Gun.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Hey, Delta.
53. Mike 53. Here we go, D.
So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Exit.
Hey, steamer.
Hey, watch.
Gun.
Sam, check Mike 54.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch the slant.
What's that?
Looking out of the gun, Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board. We'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 42 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Butker now to add the extra point. And his kick is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Gun.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Showing 8. Under 10. 10. Whip. Watch the whip. Shift.
Black. Where's the hot?
From the gun, here's Cousins. One into the hands of Thielen, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
3 buzz. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Gun.
Motion back.
Hey, can't. Where's the hot?
Right there, 54 Mike.
I don't think you got it,
Much
son.
there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Woo!
They tried a quick
Right
hitter
there.
inside, but that one was
Dang,
swallowed up
baby.
because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He runs.
To throw his cousin. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime.
Hey, we got Mike,
okay?
number 53.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. All day, punt.
Hey, zoom.
Hey, watch Sam.
Now Cousins on 4th down.
Get that quarterback,
Going deep for
D-line. Get
Diggs.
that
And my
quarterback,
goodness,
D-line.
this is
D-line, get that
incomplete.
quarterback.
Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs defense comes
All
up
day,
with a stop.
baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense are not set to begin
Watch
this
54,
drive.
watch
And for
54.
them a touchdown their
Too
last
little,
go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And this is Quentin Watkins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Baby. Let's go.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Man out.
He didn't even try to signal for a
Come on,
timeout,
fellas.
so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Here we go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried
Yellow.
movements there, right? No up-tempo at all.
Mike,
Clock
54.
just ran out. I think he was as
Timeout,
surprised
Brady.
as maybe his bench was.
Mahomes to throw on second down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and it'll be third
Okay,
down.
Brady, I see you.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Yellow, yellow.
54.
There's a water, right?
Watch 54. Watch 54.
He don't know no better.
Again, they'll go with Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Yellow. There's a blue 80.
So two
Here we
quarters
go. Here we
down,
go.
two remain.
Here we go.
Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Let's go,
They have
defense.
the lead
Our
now. They'll
time.
be
It's
looking
our
to
time.
extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments.
boys.
So
Let's
guess
go.
what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this
Mike's
ball
by
game.
four.
Adjustment to the
Quarterback,
adjustment.
don't get
Without a
nervous
doubt.
now. We ain't
Show 'em
beginning
one
to
thing,
tear you
hit
up.
them with something else.
Don't get nervous.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here now is second and 10 again from the 41.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Mahomes on the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack,
Daniil
baby,
Hunter
sack.
able to drop in that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here we go. Here we go.
Third and long, it's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown!
Tyreek Hill, 46 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases in a completion of the play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on now, let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
To see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs.
Let's go, baby.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
The hot!
53 is the mic.
Yellow, yellow, yellow!
I got you. Mike, 53.
What's that?
Mike,
Cousins.
I got you, pump.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
Pick me up. Here we go.
On second down, Cousins again, setting up the screen for Cook. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Through.
Mike, 56. Mike,
They'll throw again.
You're not ready.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down.
Exit.
It's right there. 56. Woo-hoo. 56, the mic, boys. 56.
They'll indeed go for it.
We're taking wins
And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go
Keep
for
playing
it.
hard.
And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Line!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Buying time to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs to touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Yellow! There's a blue lady!
6-5-4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Now Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will bump the lead up to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than that's exactly what I think that factored in. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
All day.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They didn't have a long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On first down, Mahomes. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Yellow.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Here we go.
Cousins in the first and 10 at their own 12-yard line. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage would be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run. Here's Cousins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
I'm here all day. Smoke!
Hey, watch them. Check right.
Back near the goal line.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
That's complete to the recess. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down.
Right
0 for 3 to this point.
Oh,
They
you
could
got
use a
deep.
conversion.
Watch
They
out,
need
watch
just
out,
a
watch
yard
out, watch
here.
out.
It's 3rd and
Alert
1.
flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
They'll run it. Here's Cole. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down
Let's
at
go,
the 23.
boys, bring it up.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now, here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Target.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 54.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
54. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
Nowhere to
Watch the
escape,
pass.
and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his
That's how
3rd
we
sack
do it.
tonight. They can't figure him out. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here
I'm here all
3rd and
day.
long.
First.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Coming.
Hey, Alpha. What's that?
3rd and long for Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
It's our time.
So trailing here in the
Mike's
last
5-4.
quarter. Let's see how this plays
Mike
out.
5-4.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Cousins now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Don't be mad.
It'll go as a 9-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
The hot. 180. Black.
Mike. Rip left.
Let's go.
Buzz.
53. Mike 53.
What's that?
Cousins again. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Check. 53's Mike.
You can't.
First down. Here's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Johnson, the intended target. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go toss the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy
baby.
Watkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys are set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Hey, pick your game up.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you it give it and it taketh away.
Yeah. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
I'm going to run you over.
One-play drive where you throw an interception. A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they go for a consolation score. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. No chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Watch 54.
Yellow.
I got him.
Right there. Right there. 54.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Right.
Let's go.
There goes a deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Let's go.
And a
Interception
big
all day,
turnover
baby.
there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bashaud Breeland. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they're actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Mike 56. Mike.
To his cousin. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure,
Mike,
the backside
53,
being ball
53,
hawks and picking passes off.
It's been a long day for you.
Hey, can't.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
What's that?
On 3rd down.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Completes it to the fullback, Cam. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Check 53's Mike. We don't want this. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
300.
53's the Mike. 53.
Cousins on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook.
Don't be scared.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
That's it, baby.
As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So
Hawk.
they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play.
Here we go.
And facing a 2nd and long.
Two.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watch the run.
What's that?
Again, it's Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow.
Watch the run.
Where's the hot?
Now Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting that's exactly what you do. You start from the window.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2.
You better be ready next
and ended up getting none, because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And
Yellow.
I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to